Hi, this is Pat Dougherty for Renda Digital TV. I'm joined today by Indiana head football coach Brad Wright. This segment is brought to you by Gooden Associates Insurance Agency. The team at Gooden Associates are just like you. They live and work in the Indiana community and are proud to be serving this great community since 1955. Best of luck this year, Indians. Have fun and play hard from your friends at Gooden Associates Insurance Agency. Also, Schoenfeld Plumbing and Heating, your hometown Carrier dealer, would like to wish the hometown Indiana football team, coaches, families, and fans a wonderful season. Schoenfeld and Carrier, turn to the experts for all your plumbing and heating needs. Let's go, Indians. So, Coach, as you embark on your second season here at Indiana, how was your off season?
Off season was very productive. We had a good core of kids that showed up regularly. We started in December, so we've been at it a long time. Compared to last year, we have several more 1,000-pound lifters from our lift-a-thon. Last year we had one that tested. This year we have four, and then we have several in the 800 to 900-pound category. So I feel this football team is stronger overall than last year, and we're prepared.
Do you feel more comfortable now having a full off season under your belt as far as you personally, knowing the kids a little bit better and having them have a better feel for what your expectations are?
Yeah, absolutely. You get more comfortable with administration and working with the players, and more importantly, they get more comfortable with the system that's brought in and the changes in the culture and in the offense and so on and so forth. So I think all in all, everyone involved should settle in pretty quickly this year.
Okay, so you had a little bit of shakeup on your staff this year. A couple guys out, a couple guys in. What can you tell us about the new guys?
Yeah, we have Coach Jim Bellis. He hails from Carn City, so he played good high school football coming up through, and he's going to coach O-line for us and D-line. He was with us in the middle school system last year, so he's had time to learn our system, so I'm excited to get him on board and everything. The other coach is we have Coach Simulton. All right, he's going to help us, and he coached in the Pee Wee program last year. Okay. So he's another coach with some experience with our system, and he's going to coach running backs and linebackers.
All right, now I know last year, and I don't know if you heard this or if you cared about this noise, but people were concerned that you were calling games from the box. Are you still going to be in the box this year, or are you going to change that up at all?
I am going to be on the field this year, and it's not as a result of any concerns anyone had. It's as a result of just a shakeup in my staff. I feel that my presence is needed on the field and signaling the plays from the sideline. So you will see me on the sideline.
Okay. All right, so when you're signaling those plays in on offense especially, you're going to be signaling those into your senior quarterback, Trevor Smith. How's he looked so far this year, and what are your expectations for Trevor in your offense?
I can see Trevor evolving as a leader and in his knowledge of the game. There's a lot of times where I'm thinking of what I want to say to correct a receiver, and he's thinking the same thing as me, and sometimes he beats me to it. And that's great to see. Like, he understands what I'm looking for with our spacing and how to sit in windows and how to identify coverages, and he's able to tell the receivers where they need to be, and that's great. That's what you want out of your leader.
He's always seemed to have a good football IQ. I'm sure some of that is his lineage. His dad coaches at IUP.
Yes.
But even from when he was a freshman, just being able to line up properly and know where guys should be, the intangibles with Trevor are what I see.
Yeah, without question. You can tell that he's been around football and a lot of good football, and he's a really savvy player. He's like a coach on the field. I know it's cliche, but it's true.
Yeah.
He definitely exudes that type of confidence and leadership.
Now, last year, obviously we know it wasn't the results that you wanted ultimately, but it was your first year.
Mm-hmm.
Your defense gave up 35 points a game.
Yeah.
What have you done to try to solidify your defensive side of the ball coming into this season?
I think that was, just a result of being a pretty young football team last year. As much as we gave up 35 points a game, we also had trouble scoring at times. Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So, we were only starting 3 or 4 seniors on each side of the ball. We needed to have a better off season, and we did, and consequently, I expect the competitive gap to close and us to be, us to have a fighting chance in the fourth quarter in most games of the season and compete for a playoff spot this fall.
Now, one of the things that you're always trying to build, and I know we've talked about this before, is your depth and your numbers.
Yeah.
It looks like you have a little more than 40 kids out this year.
Right.
Is that what you expected, or where do you stand on the numbers within your program?
We're stable. We're about the same as last year. I was hoping for 10 more. It's disappointing that we don't have 10 more, but I feel that out of the 45 or 6 we have, I think our depth runs deeper. I think you'll see from top to bottom more competitive football. The kids did a better job of preparing this offseason, and a lot of returning players. As I mentioned, we only started 3 or 4 seniors last year, so you're going to see that. I think from top to bottom, we're going to be much more competitive.
Fatigue is always a factor when you have a lot of guys playing both ways.
Yeah.
Do you have a plan to maybe try to, I don't want to say give kids a rest here or there, but to try to minimize kids playing both ways as much as you had to last year?
Yeah, one of the benefits of being deeper and having more players that are capable and Friday night ready is that you can platoon them on both sides of the ball, and we have guys that we can do that with, younger guys that they might play some JV football, but we can give them a series or 2 throughout the game Friday night, and help us get kids off the field, get them rested, coach them up a little more, and the byproduct should be a better football team as a consequence.
All right, now final question for you. You're still in the Greater Allegheny.
Yeah.
That is a meat grinder of a conference.
Sure is.
What are your expectations with the conference this year?
I think it's wide open, and that's what the coaches' talk has been throughout the offseason. I talked to the other head coaches throughout the Greater Allegheny. A lot of teams, a lot of strong teams, graduated, a lot of leadership, and are replacing the core of their football team. And I think it's anybody's game this year. It's anybody's crack at it, and I like our chances for sure.
Coach, wish you the best this year. Thanks for your time. This was brought to you by Gooden Associates Insurance Agency, as well as Schoenfeld Plumbing and Heating. For all your needs, call Schoenfeld or Gooden Associates. On behalf of Renda Digital TV, I'm Pat Dougherty.